What do you got to say, Mita Brown? UFC 241 fight prediction. Man, I'm going to jump right into it. Yoel Romero versus Paulo Costa. I haven't seen that guy fight too many fights, but he's a savage. He can strike. Romero has fought way better opposition, but if anyone's going to upset tonight, it's probably going to be Costa, but I'd probably favor Yoel because that wrestling pedigree. So I think Yoel Romero will pull off the win via decision. Who knows? Who can call it in MMA? But I hope Costa wins. All right. Pettis versus Diaz. What do you got to say about that, man, Brown? You drew too much. What do you got to say? Nate versus Pettis. Man, this is going to be a hell of a fight. Both are entertaining. Pettis is the more skillful of the two. Both are well-rounded, though. Nate Diaz isn't a world beater, but what he makes up, what he lacks in skill and speed and like physical attributes, he makes up with mental toughness and that durable ass jaw. Understanding that, Pettis looked good against Wonderboy at 170. He didn't have to cut weight. But when he fought Ferguson at 155, I don't know if he was feeling that. I imagine he was at weight cut. He kind of folded when he had a level of success against Ferguson, but he kind of folded when the heat was turned on in the kitchen. So I think Pettis is a better representative of the sport. Nate Diaz, he's grown now, man. He need to cut out all this the antics. It ain't cool to be dumb. It ain't cool to be, you know, not well spoken. I don't dig that. I guess he marketed to himself well, but I don't know. Maybe I'm judging the guy. He's entertaining. Nate Diaz, I'm just giving you a hard time. I like Pettis more. I like that he fell from grace when he was a champ and had a bad run, and now he's coming back. I like that. He's not blaming people. He ain't hating on Conor McGregor. You know, Pettis is getting in there and trying new weights out, not taking years off, not blaming anyone, not being a little BI. Nate Diaz is not a BI, but the way he's carrying himself, he's acting like a diva. Like people owe him stuff. So I want Pettis to win. But the only downside of Pettis is Nate Diaz's pressure and his onslaught, man. If you can't put a dent in this guy, he's going to keep coming towards you and just break you down. And he's not even the best. He just can absorb so much, and he can keep dishing it. He doesn't get tired. The Diaz brothers do not get tired, man. I brought you. Where they at? I take him. I take him. You tell him, Ed Bronson. You say, I take him. So, understanding that, my breakdown is it's going to go into maybe to the third round. And Nate, it depends. If Pettis can get him out early, he can, which is highly unlikely. But, hey, man, Wonderboy got punched in the grill by Woodley and survived 2 fights. So, Pettis got placement, punch placement. Hey, don't count him out knocking Nate Diaz out. I'm talking like a million miles an hour, but I don't want you guys sitting here watching 10 hours of video footage. What do you say me about it? Proper flopping your head around. Where they at? Where they at? Yeah, sure. Yeah, you like that, man, around you the fighter. You look like a little DC. So back to the point. I've got I don't know who's gonna win, but I want Pettis to win. I want the Weedy Box kid to win. But I'm going to go with Nate Diaz by a split decision just because he's probably going to outwork Pettis and take him late. I can't call it anymore, so I'm going with Nate Diaz by decision, by work rate, just by outworking the other guy, or Pettis. Main event, I'm not convinced Stipe can beat DC in a nutshell. DC is so damn, he's like a hog, man, a wild hog. He ain't got no neck. Stipe got a neck, meaning Stipe can't take a hit, but DC can. I don't want to sleep on no heavyweight fighters, but DC is just a different breed. I got DC. If he doesn't stop him, he beats him by decision. No, 5 rounds. DC's going to grind it out and stop Stipe. Stipe is just... He doesn't have enough to beat a fighter like DC. DC is the real deal pedigree. Not that Stipe's not. I'm being humble. I respect all these guys. I love watching them fight. I just think DC is going to expose Stipe's chin that's left open when they exchange. DC ain't got no neck. DC can take whatever you have. Unless your name is John Jones, you ain't beating DC. So I got DC by stoppage. I'll say it. Stoppage again, solidifying his place as a heavyweight champ. Then I got Nate Diaz beating Anthony Pettis by a split decision. And then I have Yoel Romero winning via decision. Hopefully Pettis can pull it off and Paulo Costa pull it off. DC, I want DC to win. He's a good rep for the sport. Thanks, guys. That's all I got to say. So we'll wait for the post-fight thoughts. I'll shoot that your way. What do you got to say? What do you got to say, man? All right, guys.